Good afternoon. My name is Charity from Kenya, and you are very welcome to the conversation that we're going to have. Today we're talking about Xstream, and the hashtag for today is Xstream Takeover UG. Xstream Takeover UG. So please send all your comments, all your thoughts as we go through the conversation. And right here with me is what do I call him, an expert. Or, yeah. Right here with me is an amazing leader from Airtel, our Airtel Enterprise Business Director, to take us through this conversation, answer some of our questions. I know some of you have had some questions coming already on Twitter, so I'm going to let him introduce himself a little bit, but specifically what exactly it is being an Enterprise Director at Airtel.
Thanks, Charity. So, good afternoon. So, as Charity introduced me before, I'm Alan Samakula, and I'm, the director at Airtel Business. And what we're about is, connectivity for business solutions. So, if you're thinking about, on the mobile side, you're thinking about, postpaid lines. Okay, you want a postpaid mobile line? Well, that falls under my realm. If you're thinking about having a fixed, internet or fixed connectivity solution, that falls under my realm as well. And there's also those, the famous landlines, that also falls under us. I think if the backdrop is actually visible, you'll notice, you've got something that looks like a data center that also falls within the realm. So anything that deals with connectivity solutions for your business, or for where you need connectivity to enable you innovate and make the best out of life, that's our enterprise business.
Thank you, Alan. And I know there is a lot that's going on globally, internationally, in Uganda, things that form the landscape of internet. Just give us your thoughts and view of the internet landscape for at least the past 3 years.
Well, I mean, if look at the last 3 years, particularly, the last 2.5 years, I think globally we've all gone through the COVID-19 pandemic. We used to think of the office as a physical building. Say for me at Airtel, it used to be, this location at Clement Hill in Nakasero as the office. Now, with the pandemic coming, well, almost every single country around the globe was locked down. Uganda was not spared as well, right? So we went through a lengthy lockdown, but livelihood needed to continue. So the office moved to the home. Our children were sent from school and sent back home, right? Literally schools, I think, were closed for 2 years.
I think we've had the longest lockdown for children almost in West Africa and beyond.
Yeah, probably in the world.
The world,
yeah. So again, the schools, schools did close down, but there was a need for education, right? For children to be able to, continue absorbing information and knowledge and, learning. So what we saw during this period, as everybody was working from home, a thing that used to be a luxury, saying I have internet at home, unlimited Wi-Fi at home, moved from being a luxury to being a necessity, okay? Because during this period you had, for example, myself, I had a toddler who had not yet gone to school, but as we were locked down, the toddler needed to start learning, and that's when we realized, YouTube can actually be used for education, right? And I was fortunate because I had internet available at home. We've seen, some of the, graduates or guys who are coming out of campus who had not yet really landed, formal employment, during this period started innovating, and doing business online using some of these fancy things that, this what they call it, millennials call Snapchat and all these things, right? That's supposed to be used for leisure, but again, they found a way of using the internet to generate business. Okay, so I think the last 2 years, the impact of COVID, as bad as it was, actually did create a new revolution. Okay, the digital age or the digital revolution, really kicked into high gear, right? And for businesses such as ourselves, where we are here as an essential service provider, we had to think of ways, how do we enable that creativity? How do we enable people to continue to work remotely, And then, of course, you have during the lockdown, we had children around the house, right? They need to be kept busy. Well, for those who are fortunate enough, would have, maybe a PlayStation around. A child wants to do gaming on their, with their friends across the globe on the computer. And then very quickly, mom and dad realize, I bought a 100 GB bundle, and in 2 days, it's gone. All right? And, saying, I will restrict the child, not to go on the internet. Well, then the child becomes cranky. You need to work at home, and then you've got a cranky child. Okay, so we started thinking, okay, what is it that we need to do to enable? So, of course, naturally, we had to go back and think, rethink our business model. I think largely, Airtel business, we largely used to appeal to connectivity to, corporate organizations, the government, the conventional office, all right? But, COVID taught us in saying, we need to get connectivity into the homes, but then also, more importantly, for countries such as ours, where, Uganda is the most entrepreneurial country in the world, it means you've got a lot of budding SMEs that are operating out of a small office, that are operating out of a home office, all right, and basically using technology to make ends meet. So I guess that is why we're here today, just to explore a bit what is it that we've done.
Thank you, Alan. And the thing you talk about, budding entrepreneurs, in Uganda, for a business like Airtel, I know that opportunities like change, in the world over in, the digital technologies that are coming up. For us, it's an opportunity to innovate. And all successful businesses, should use this time to innovate. And just before we go on, Alan is going to tell us, so what have these trends, how has Airtel used these trends, and what he has described, what have we come up with, what are we doing to support our customers? Please remember, share that link. We don't want anyone to miss out on this. Share that link, and most importantly, send your comments. The hashtag is Xstream Takeover UG. Yes, so Alan, just take us through, so with these trends, what innovations has Airtel come up with?
So we decided to create a product that initially was positioned for the SME, okay? Because we thought, as an SME, what is it that is important to them? As they're also partaking this journey towards a digital revolution. For an SME, as they get more, they clean up their businesses, have right bookkeeping and, get digital into the heart of the business, they're looking for connectivity. And what connectivity is this? It's internet, right? Are they that interested in, a specified amount of uptime and, dedicated bandwidth? No. What they're looking for is a decent internet connection that is reliable and is affordable. Okay, so we created an internet product that was unlimited, reliable, and affordable within the pocket of the SME. And then we took it a notch further. Said, this SME, where is this SME, operating? So majority of a good number of them do operate, brick and mortar shops, but the majority is actually operating, small offices out of their homes or out of their garage at home, especially during, that COVID period. So we started off, with a shared internet, product. At the time, wasn't branded, but was serving the need. So we started selling this product. The bandwidth was great, but it wasn't as, as good as it is today. All right. So as we started, enabling these customers, some of the customers started asking us, how do you enable us to have, a streaming experience? So a lot of them, at home, basically, after they've worked, they still want to watch TV. They probably want to, they probably want to tune into, conversations such as this, right? On YouTube, or on social media, and that is streaming, right? So we started getting an ask saying, can we have more decent, bandwidth and the like? In order to deliver more decent bandwidth, we needed to ensure that, first, our transmission network has got, the right, backbone, right? And that would be fiber for the transmission. And then also have the capability to bring fiber to the home. So we started working on a venture to bring that, that fiber to the business or fiber to the home. Okay. So a few months ago, we finalized the product, and we noticed everybody's looking for an extreme experience, be it streaming, gaming, and the like. So we decided, let's introduce Uganda to Xstream, okay, to Xstream, so that, there's that freedom at home, knowing I can actually work at home, my kids can work at home, and also to just, remove some of those tantrums. They can actually go and binge watch or stream their favorite series, or go on YouTube to learn new things. Yeah, so we came up with Xstream to get this service closer to the customers. So it's designed on the premise of fiber, okay, and unlike what the convention would require, it'd be like, we will only provide this if we've gotten that fiber network to your home. As Airtel, we try to have inclusion as part of our core value and part of our responsibility, our corporate responsibility, to get connectivity to the very last person. So we made a decision to say, even if your home is not in the fiber footprint yet, or your building is not yet connected onto our Airtel fiber, Airtel Xstream fiber, we shall not preclude you. All right. We'll then ask, does your home have line of sight to any of our masts? And bearing in mind that we have over 2,000 masts today across the country. So we said, we'll open it up to anybody who's got line of sight to our network. Right? If you have line of sight to our mast, Xstream is available. Okay, so whether you're in Kabale or you, I don't know, in Arua or in Gulu or Fort Portal, Xstream can get to you. And we're also cognizant of the fact that different budgets and different pockets, so needs for bandwidth differ. We also created Xstream in different variants. And today we're here to talk about, the Xstream Max, which is for the homes. And it comes in Xstream 10.0, which basically, gives you up to 10 Mbps of internet bandwidth, which is very decent bandwidth for as low as 170,000 shillings paid monthly, and an installation fee of only 100,000 shillings. Then it also comes in Xstream Max 30.0, where you get up to 30 megabits per second for as low as 250,000 shillings. And again, installation fee is only 100,000 shillings. And then for those that really have that, need to really stream and, watch that video in 4K, in 1080p, uninterrupted, there is the Xstream Max 50.0, all right, which gives you up to 50 Mbps. Right, so that's what we're doing here at Airtel.
Wow. I think that's exciting, and I think for me the bit that there is a variety for people. There's people, right now commuting has become a thing. People have moved their, little offices, their small spaces, their businesses back home, and it's exciting. So, from all you're saying, I know that Xstream Takeover is already in motion. It's exciting, and also why Xstream? I've experienced just So why Xstream? And friends, the hashtag for today is Xstream Takeover. But right now, before we go there, we're going to take a short break.
All right.
Please stay there. Welcome back, viewers. It's good to have you once again. Just to remind you, our hashtag is hashtag Xstream Takeover UG. And please send your comments, send your feedback, send your questions. And for those of you who have not yet shared the link today, please share it. We left at a point where Alan was going to explain to us, take us through the thought process of Xstream. It's X. S-T-R-E-A-M. So Alan, just take it away.
Yeah, so when you're talking about unlimited internet in the home or wherever they are, especially the millennials and Generation Z, I've usually even I'm not even sure what the the really young generation is called, but I have a 4 and a 6-year-old, right? So one of the first things they usually ask wherever we're going is there Wi-Fi? Okay.
And why is it not
Yes. Yeah, Daddy, the internet is not working. Okay, stories such as those. So what we have come to see is beyond just connectivity, the internet has become synonymous with streaming. Everybody is looking for an experience that is unmatched when it comes to streaming. Nobody wants to stream, but for those who love, a Marvel cinematic experience, such as myself, I wouldn't want to be watching, that blockbuster and then it freezes up, buffers, right? I'm looking for that extreme experience as I am streaming. So we believe we are creating a momentum and a revolution within Uganda, where we want everybody to have that experience, to be able to stream uninterrupted, right, with the right quality, good bandwidth, at home or on the move. So one of the things we will be thinking about, as the next phase is how do we get extreme into, for example, your car, right? How do you get, extreme into your favorite restaurant, your favorite, hangout mall, okay? Or if you're in a queue at the hospital and waiting to see a doctor, could you perhaps be streaming, on your smartphone? So, the entire thing is all about it. So, experience that where internet is measured is via streaming. And we want to create an experience on streaming that is so extreme that, when you think about, an opportunity or an occasion to stream, you look at Airtel because we are extreme. We enable that streaming experience at an extreme level.
At an extreme level. Yes. All right. So, guys, once again, our hashtag is Xstream Takeover UG. And you talked about the product that you described earlier. Are there any add-ons that come with it?
Yeah, I mean, for those who've been following us over the past 2-3 months, you will remember that in August, we announced a partnership that we have with Microsoft. Okay, so it's part of, again, this digital evolution, moving things to the cloud, okay, and having applications that are available to use, right, to enhance productivity and at work, right? So yes, we do have add-ons, all right? So when you buy the Xstream 10.0, you have the option to say, I would like to sign on for apps for business for Microsoft 365. Okay, so with these here, you get the, desktop apps that you can use for your business, business productivity. So in there you've got apps such as, Excel, Outlook for your emails, Word, PowerPoint, and the like. It also comes with OneDrive, so that again you don't have to move around with a flash disk or a hard disk and the like. Everything gets stored in the cloud, and it comes with a 1 terabyte of space. So once you have this and you say you opt in, we'll give you 1 month free, no questions asked.
1 month free.
1 month free for you to try out the product.
Yes.
Try it out. If you're happy with it, then you confirm, and we just simply upgrade you. If you take up the Xstream Max 30.0, we give you MS365 Business Standard. Now it has all these other apps that we talked about, but it has enhanced security. It also has MS Teams, Microsoft Teams, so you'll be able to conduct a webinar, even something like this,
yes,
for example, using this, and you'll be able to generate reports on that session. Who logged in at what time, and how long was the session, and things like that. And that will also come with 1 month free access. Now, if you choose to go with Xstream Max 50.0, right, there's an option for you to sign up for MS365 Business Premium. This comes with Microsoft Windows Defender, Ultimate Security, all the other perks that you have. You're basically getting the best out of MS365.
Yes.
Okay, and with this one, we do give you 2 months free access.
2 months free.
All you need to do is say, I would like to, try this out, and we'll make that.
Yes, yes. Well, what I'm hearing is affordability, listening to our customers, to what do they want? How can we make ourselves relevant in a time like this?
I mean, just to cut you short a little bit, you've also got customers who say, I'm working at home and I know I'm on this, unlimited platform, but I could be prone to, being hacked,
yes,
right? We also happen to be a partner with Cisco.
Yes.
So again, you could again say, with my Xstream Max, I would like to sign up for Cisco Easy Protect.
Yes.
That option is also there.
And we'll support the customer. It's fantastic. I mean, that's like I've said, I hear affordability, I hear that we are listening to our customers, I hear that we're being relevant and making it possible for every business within their, pockets of, affordability to do their business seamlessly with a good experience. And I know at Airtel there is a lot more that we have. So just briefly take us through, or take us through what are the things that we are offering right now.
Yeah, so I'll start off maybe with if you again within this digital era, you're talking about cloud services. So we've opened up a cloud service cloud services as one of our products that are available.
where we do offer, infrastructure as a service. If you perhaps say, would like to host your applications, or you want storage space in our data center, we can offer that cloud service. Beyond Microsoft, we have got other software as a service products that we are offering. We've got unified communication as a service with MS Teams or with Avaya Spaces, in case you want to, be able to have that digital, communication. If you're school, Avaya or Teams are great to be used as a platform for learning. I mentioned, we're starting very soon an expansion into this Wi-Fi space. So coming to a place near you, you just keep looking out. You will see extreme Wi-Fi hotspots popping up for a very nominal charge for you to access unlimited internet where you are for at least 8 hours. Okay. We again, are cognizant of the fact that the digital world is evolving, and before, if you're corporate, you used to say, to connect my branches, right? I would need to have, a leased line that I'll connect via the VPN tunnel or an MPLS network. Today we've got software-defined networks. As I said, we are a Cisco certified partner, and we do provide SD-WAN, this is software-defined wide area network. We do provide it powered by Cisco Meraki. Owing the fact that we've got 3 data centers in Uganda, one in Kololo, Mpeo Avenue, the other in Bugolobi, and one that's great for disaster recovery in Barara.
That's very important. Yeah.
We do offer co-location services, and we've got quite a number of significantly large corporates that have entrusted us with power, providing them with space for their servers and the equipment. I said, we do provide postpaid services. We recently launched a great product. I don't know if viewers have had the chance to experience the Airtel Smart Plans, but I mean, this is also an innovation from our side that enables you to pay one bill for the month that comes with, voice minutes to call Airtel to Airtel, voice minutes to call Airtel and the other non-Airtel networks, comes with SMS, and, the lowest part, it comes in 2 plans. The lower plan comes with 75 GB of data, and the other comes with 150 GB of data. So again, we've got this host of solutions. I mean, if I were to talk about all the solutions that we have at Airtel Business, we probably need maybe a week. Yeah, but just tip of the iceberg, this is what we do, right? So if there's a customer out there that's looking for, a communication solution, whether you're a large customer or you're a government entity or you are an SME working out down in Chikubo, or you're that person who's opened up your retail store at Gazaland and you need internet to be able to snap all your merchandise and put them out there, or you're that entrepreneur who said, I went to school, got my degree, but the office is not for me, and I want to innovate and make money, start a living using technology. Or perhaps you're a student at home, or you maybe a stay-home mom that wants to binge watch as you wait for the family to come home. We have a solution for you, because that is what makes us. We don't brag about being the smartphone network for nothing. Okay? It's we've got the right communication tools to help you in this digital world that constantly requires us to get smarter ourselves, but also to find smart solutions, to the problems that this world keeps throwing us.
Fantastic. You've had it for yourself. So our customers who are joined us in the conversation, our friends, our prospective customers, Alan has explained a lot, and I know a lot of you have already started sharing some questions on Twitter. So we're going to take some time and look at the questions that you have shared. So keep them coming. Once again, our hashtag is #Xstream Takeover UG. Yeah, so we'll have some questions and then we'll keep going. Welcome back, viewers, customers, and all those who have joined the conversation. Remember, our hashtag is hashtag Takeover Xstream Takeover UG. And so we're going to have some questions. We'll have Alan take 2 questions at a time, so please keep them coming. Yeah. So we have a question from Olivia M. Omsha. I've been thinking of settling for Airtel UG internet, for home internet. What are some of the internet packages you have for your customers? And I think you've taken us a little bit into this, and then she's also talked about, she's asking, can she really rely on our internet speed? Yes.
All right, thanks, Olivia. Yes, I'll start with the last question. You absolutely can rely on our internet speed. And beyond that, you can rely on our service. Okay, because we're not just one of those, service providers that give you a service and then go away, and then take your money and then don't care about the experience afterwards. We do care about going with you on the journey, right? And it's technology. Technology, it has good days, sometimes it has bad days, but we try and make sure we minimize those bad days to an absolute minimum, right? So you can rely on our connectivity. The options you have for your home would be either the 10.0 at 170,000 or 30.0 at 250,000 or 50.0 at 350,000. And they all come with one-off installation fee, 100,000 to facilitate our team coming in to do the installation and leave you with the router that will blast the Wi-Fi.
Okay. Thank you, and once again, keep those comments coming. Our hashtag is hashtag Takeover Xstream Takeover UG. Yeah, so we'll have the next question. So we have Rachel. Rachel, this Thursday Airtel will have. Yeah, okay. Rachel has shared a comment, and we'll have another one.
Thank you, Rachel.
Yeah, thank you, Rachel. So she. Again, Olivia would like to know, what is our reach? What is our internet reach? Have we reached as a provider? She's saying reached out to some internet provider and they told her that they couldn't serve her because they cannot reach their area. So I would imagine, they're either far away from a certain central area. So yeah, what's our reach?
I mean, we're basically in almost every district that's in Uganda. One for one. If you're within Kampala or any of the cities, it's a given. We'll be able to connect you, right? And as I said, we are rolling out our fiber network. It is going to take us some time to roll out, the home network across the country. But we've taken a cautious decision to say, as the fiber comes to you, if we know our fiber network will eventually get to every single home across. But as we, invest and lay that fiber, we shall be able to connect a customer on microwave. So if your home is within a line of sight of any of our masts, we shall be able to provide this extreme max to your home for you to start experiencing it. So in terms of reach, I do believe we probably have more reach than any other player in the market today. So all you need to do is reach out to us, and one of the people on the team will get details. And if you're within the coverage, we will not need to do a survey. If you're out of the coverage, we'll send a team out to your home to survey to see whether there's line of sight to any one of our masts, and if it's there, we'll make the connection.
Fantastic. And as we continue to go along, we're still taking some of your questions. Remember, for those of you who would like to know a little bit more, you can also call our helpline. You only need to dial on your Airtel phone 125, and you'll have somebody respond to you and take your questions. So.
Or they could even visit our Airtel website,
Yes.
www.airtel.co.ug, and then you select the business tab. Under the business tab, you will find a host of our products, but in there you'll find a menu that's Xstream. So you click on it, it will, you'll be able to see all the different variants of Xstream. Today we're talking about Xstream Max, but on the website you'll realize there's Lite, there's Pro, there's Plus, there's a whole suite. As I said, it's a revolution.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Alan. So we'll move to the other question. We have a question from Stephen S. Mosoke. As a power user, the stability and quality of internet connection is very important to me. What are the steps? What steps are we taking to ensure that the service quality does not degrade as more users are added?
So, usually where the service degrades, this is a worry that customers keep on having about, this fiber to the home, There is that feel that, when the clients are still few, the capacity is there, so it's, it's seamless and the like. That could be true if the partner or the service provider has not invested ahead in fiber. So first one, if your backbone network is on fiber, then you basically have nearly endless amounts of data that can go through. So capacity is not an issue on our end. What we do care about more is the experience. And what we're basically saying is, you take up, say for example, 10 Mbps. We try and make sure that at least you get 10 Mbps maybe 70% of the time, because it's a bit of it's within a shared pool, right? We make sure that pool is controlled and geared towards giving you that experience, all right? And so that you feel like you're getting value for money. So, Mr. Musoke, I think I can guarantee you that my network is not going to choke anytime soon, right? Sign up and join everybody else who's having this extreme experience. I mean, I can tell you today, although the product is still young, we have over 1,000 customers in the last few months, and it's growing every day. And none is choking yet.
Thank you, Alan. Joseph, thank you for the question. I think what you need to trust is that we have the backbone for this. And so, please sign up and we will serve you. So we'll take another question. So we have Tolman. Yes, Tolman. What's the average time connection? What's the average time connection? Maybe he's trying to say what's the average time it would take for a business connection if somebody signed
up? We try and make sure that the connection comes up no later than 48 hours from the time you make payment, right? So depending on how far you are, it could be in 48 hours, which is 2 days. But I mean, if you're within reach and you place your order in the morning, if the payment is done processing, by the very next day, your internet will be up.
Okay, that's convenience. And I think you can hear it for yourself, Tolman. We strive to make sure that you can come onto the extreme experience as fast as you can. So we'll look at another question coming in. All right, we have President of Kachai.
Okay. President of Kachai.
Yes, now this is a president. We must respond like we're responding to a president.
His Excellency.
This is very important. Now, is there internet? Okay, they are wondering, is that internet more reliable? I think Alan has said that again, but nevertheless, you're asking, can I trust it to be of high speed, even when I am deep down in the village within Uganda? Is the unlimited bundle really unlimited, or does the unlimited expire in no time? Munyambi, sinda tomera banna, togenda kutomera president. So,
Your Excellency, Mr. President, I will tell you, it is really unlimited. There's no hidden bundles in the background. Okay, it is a service that is provided for 30 days. Once you pay, you have unlimited access up to the bandwidth that you will have paid for. And if you have got line of sight in that rural village where you are, you will have very good quality connection and will be able to enjoy the bandwidth that you've signed up for. And it will be truly unlimited. We're enough to our Airtel to
Jakutomera. So once again, people, it's hashtag Xstream Takeover UG. We're left with just a few minutes, and so we'll take one more question, and then I'll give Alan an opportunity to wrap this up really nicely. And immediately after that, please share the link again. Go to YouTube, watch this again. Call us on 125, ask as many questions as you can. Go to our website, visit it, get as much information as you have, spread this around, and let us support you to do your business in a very effective way within your home space. So let's take on one question, and we'll have Alan. Tina, indeed, Xstream Takeover UG, no company can beat Airtel. Now you're talking in this game. What is Simon Kubira Ivan from Airtel? Hey!
Fantastic.
I like this. Thank you, Tina. We really appreciate your feedback. And David, I see you've commented. David Balinda, you're saying you had commented that you would tune in. I hope you tuned in. I hope you enjoyed this. And I mean, what better way to end a conversation with a beautiful comment like that from Tina. So I'm going to allow Alan to wrap this up. And once again, it's been an absolute pleasure having you join in onto the conversation. Please go back to our YouTube channel, get as much information as you can, and on our website. So Alan, how's this?
Yeah, so it's been a pleasure having this conversation. As I said, we are continuing on the journey of getting connectivity, quality connectivity at affordable rates to the very last person, enabling your business, whether it be it in a building such as this one, or you're working from home, or you're an entrepreneur who is using the digital space in order for you to innovate and make a living. We're here for you. This is just the beginning of this extreme adventure. As I said, be on the watch out. Even as you enjoy extreme, marks at home, look, as you go to the mall, or you're flying out, the country, you're at the airport, and you want to burn some time as you wait to go through security. Stand on your Wi-Fi, check and see whether the extreme Wi-Fi hotspot has gotten to your favorite, hangout place or chill out place or location. So I thank you, for sharing this conversation with me.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for